Hoax is kind of funny. I mean, the first thing is the name came about. The guys down in Laguna, or like down in Costa Mesa, Laguna, those guys were making like proper movies. And Arlo, Chris Mitchell, and I had started filming ourselves skating, right? Arlo, is that like, whose camera was it? Don't know.
I don't
Like,
remember, but who was filming in Costa Mesa? Who are you talking about?
like the bottom line, they were like doing like actual movies, like the bottom line. They were making a real movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But
would we have
we,
seen that already?
no, I think they were just, it was starting to happen, like they were doing a proper job. And so Arlo, and anyways, we had this camera and we were shooting stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, Arlo, ring your bell. But it was so ghetto, that we would have a tape player with the Pixies, Where Is My Mind, right?
Yeah,
And then we'd
exactly.
press play on the video and the tape player at the same time to show people this video.
Yeah,
And then this rumor started that we were making a film, and we had no idea how to make a film. And
yeah,
so that's why it's called The Hoax, because
yeah.
it was just like a fake movie that we were telling people we were making. And then we were lucky enough, like while we were filming this, to run into Evan Stone, who was a real like shooter. and
Yeah.
and then we started like taking our footage and showing him, and then he started shooting real footage. Is
But
that
so
right,
there's
Alan?
there's there's footage in the Hoax from those original early shoots that were just us on our
Yeah,
shitty cam. Like when I split the rail at Santa Monica at the high school, and I'm like,
yeah.
"Did you film it? Did you film it?" And like, because it hurt my ass or whatever. And Brooke is the one behind the camera who laughs. He's like giggling. He's like, "Yes, it's because he was filming that. It was just us out filming it
Yeah.
ourselves."
Whose camera was that? I'll tell you a
I
little
think it was
story
mine.
about.
I think I had a little camcorder that I
Yeah.
brought from Texas with me. A little
One,
digi camcorder or something.
I lived in this house at the time with Chris Mitchell and his
Couldn't have been
brother,
digital,
and
right? It was on tape. Sorry.
Probably one
yeah,
of those big
it's on
things.
tape.
Yeah.
And so I lived with Chris Mitchell. Like I told you, I don't think I paid rent until like 1996. What is that, buddy?
There's like geese or something flying by.
Oh,
Crazy.
okay.
Texas, man.
How do I
And
mute?
and no, you're doing good. It's
Throw
fine.
rocks at
It's
the geese.
great.
Get them out of here.
And so we had this house that we crashed at that Chris Mitchell's brother owned, and Mitchell's brother rented it to a porn company, Vivid Videos. Do you remember this, Arlo?
Yeah.
And we had the video camera, and this, like, I don't even understand the logic in this. We hid video cameras around the house because we weren't allowed to be there for
Is that
filming the
true?
porn. Yeah. And they were like making a porn. So they're shooting it anyways, right?
Yeah.
We could have just waited till the porn came out.
Yeah.
And we thought we were clever. We hid these cameras and they found them. They got really angry at us that we were
Yeah.
videoing the porn. It
But
was
so
called
speaking
Gang.
of
If
Brooke,
you want to
speaking of
find it, it's
porn,
called Gang Bang Girls 9 is the name of that film, by the way.
we see a cameo from anyone in there.
Yeah, right.
No.
See Brooke in the background
But
like
so
this.
at Chris Mitchell's place, I actually put this in my post when I was kind of promoting Brooke's appearance today. And it sounds like a joke, and it kind of is, but it's actually mostly a true story. That Brooke and I were looking for some reason. There was a Hustler magazine at Mitchell's, and it had a pictorial spread about
Oh, yeah.
like the Supreme Court justices or something, like in these doing these hardcore sex acts. I mean, like really raunchy. But
It
it
was
was
it was Clarence Thomas.
yeah.
That's exactly who it was.
Yeah,
May he rest in
exactly,
peace.
exactly. Yeah, and I guess we just thought it was hilarious or something. But when we were talking about the idea of doing Senate or doing a company, which to then didn't have a name yet, but there was something really interesting about this idea of being overtly corrupt, like sort of playing up to corruption. It's like if you know that you're joining the capitalist system, if you're going to try to make money off of rollerbladers, then don't try to be their bro and be like, hey, we're so cool, support rollerblades. To be like, hey, we want your money. We're corrupt, and then that's how we got the name
Senate.
Senate. We were trying to think of a name that sounded corrupt, like Congress or the Supreme Court. Or, not that the Supreme Court is corrupt, but something that sounded like government.
Well, I mean, it is kind of now.
Well, but
Anyways,
back
moving
then,
on.
those are different times.
I never knew that
But
story
yes.
of the name.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't think we've ever told that story because
Yeah.
I distinctly remember that the layout and us
exactly
going
right. I
Senate.
remember the
Senate,
spread.
that sounds like it sounds really powerful and strong, right?
Yeah,
And then BK, it'd be You haven't had Brian Kanowski on, have you?
Nope.
Good. Have you? Do you know who Brian Kanowski is?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
He's lovely, but BK and what's the deal? The little rappers, did he printed the things? How did he get himself involved? What the fuck?
His father had like a machine
Yeah.
shop, or they had
That's
something in
right.
the garage, maybe what it was.
Yeah.
But so they made the first metal wrenches, and
That's
packaged.
right.
He got them packaged like in little
Yeah.
Ziploc bags with little paper
And he was
poster
like-
board headers that I drew some art for.
He was
That
like
was-
16 at
Actually,
the
it was
time,
probably
right?
our first product before Wheels.
I was gonna
I
say
mean, we
that,
did
I think it was your
t-shirts, we
first
did the
product,
Grind
right?
Place, then we got the Wheels.